Hello everyone, my name is Larseth and welcome to our first Rights of Man campaign in Europa Universalis 4, and I've decided to play as Naples for a few reasons really. Obviously this is day late because Rights of Man actually released yesterday. Reason being is I didn't have time to record yesterday, and also normally on the first day there's a few hotfixes and stuff, and that's when there could be a few bugs. It doesn't appear that that's really been the case with this expansion. So that's more of an excuse than anything to justify my not doing anything. But there we go. Anywho, so the reason I'm playing as Naples is, one is I haven't played as trading nation in a pretty damn long time. I've played as Netherlands many patches ago, and got the achievement where you form the Netherlands, starting as one of the Dutch culture nations. So I wanted to give that a go, and there's also a few achievements which we could potentially get. So I haven't really looked with too much depth into the patch notes, so I know sort of what the main features are, sort of, but I certainly do not know the in-depths of how they work. So this will be sort of a learning experience for everyone, I guess. The first thing I noticed when I looked in was this view the great powers of the world thing, which is, I guess, similar to the... It's a sort of established thing that's in a lot of other Paradox games, such as like Victoria 2. So one of the achievements, I mean, we're in 91st position at the moment, and as Naples, where is it? There is an achievement called Not Just Pizza, although of course pizza is a very good thing on its own. Not Just Pizza, become a great power as Naples. So we have to get all the way from 91st place. No, sorry. Yeah, 91st place, all the way up to 8th, where Castile is currently. So there's that. There's also a few other achievements related to taking all of a nation's ducats, which is essentially, go to war with an OPM, piece them out, and get all the ducats. Presumably that would get it. That shouldn't be too hard. And there's also ones when you get to become a great power, you can take on another nation's credit. And once you've taken on 1,000 of that, of those ducats in debt, of another nation, you get an achievement. So there's a few achievements. I mean, if this campaign goes well, we should get to that point. At least the point of becoming a great power shouldn't be too hard, in theory. But yeah, that's the case. First and foremost, I mean, here's because we are in a personal union under Aragon at the moment, these are obviously not necessarily my rulers, these are their rulers. So you've got the king, heir, and queen, and they all have their own traits, which bring them various things depending on when, well, I think it's pretty much random, with the exception of the starting king. I think that always stays the same. I think everything else could be random, though. And you can, disinherit or make your king abdicate or other bits and pieces. And also your queen, if she's a regent, presumably you could do something there. I'm not sure. Yeah, so these traits only come to play if they become rulers. So the queen can become a ruler. She'll become a queen regent until presumably the child. So if the king dies, the heir is still too young. Rather than there be a regency council, I believe the queen becomes queen regent until the heir is of age. So that's that. What else has changed? Actually, while we're here, we'll expand all of these bits and pieces. Is that all of them? I think so. There's a few buttons that I've added down here, so you can take loans and it'll tell you how much increases your inflation by, etc, etc. Hopefully we shouldn't actually be needing to do that. Let's turn up our root at corruption payments, so I always like to have those full. And you could also here, I mean, there's the repay loan buttons. They've just tarted them up a bit, essentially, made them look a bit nicer, which is good. It's always good to have a much better UI. It's, for a game like this, having a good UI is absolutely essential, and so Paradox changing bits and pieces like this is brilliant. You can also now debase your currency, History sort of shows that debasing your currency isn't a terribly great idea. So I'm going to probably try and not do that so much. Technology has also changed in that there are institutions, and I think what happens by the looks of it, from what I know, is that institutions like Renaissance, for example, will pop up somewhere, I would assume, in Italy, and then it spreads out a bit, sort of like the Reformation, except for technology, and then basically gradually makes its way throughout your provinces, and then eventually, as a country, you adopt a certain institutional way of thinking, I guess. I'm assuming that some of these ideas have been tweaked. That tends to happen each patch. I don't know for certain. Other than that, I'm not sure what else, too much else has changed with regard to the UI. We'll turn off our only fort. That seems okay. So, Neapolitan Ideas, the current ones we have, foreign spy detection, plus 25%, and recover army morale speed, plus 5%. Both of them, pretty good. There are better ones. I mean, overall, we seem to have sort of relatively mediocre... Well, that's probably unfair. They're pretty good ideas, but there are countries that have much better ideas, is probably a way of putting it. But then, obviously, that's sort of the point. Like, it's meant to be sort of semi-pseudo-historical, in that some countries will start off at a worse footing than others, which is why, you know, it is much harder to play as countries in certain culture groups. However, we have yearly prestige at +1. It's fine. Development cost minus 10%. That'll be good as we're going for the achievement to become a great power. Great power status is heavily decided upon by what development you have in your provinces. And obviously, if we're going to be developing them, having a reduction to that is good. Stability cost modifier, minus 10%. You know, it's always good. Can't really complain about that, to be honest. Naval force limit modifier, plus 25%. That's good. Obviously, being in the Mediterranean and the number of trade nodes. So if we want to be a trading nation, we'll need a lot of trade ships and also some galleys for wars and bits and pieces. Yearly legitimacy. That's just good in general. I hate having low legitimacy. So that's always nice. Trade efficiency. Pretty self-explanatory, as we are potentially going to be a trading nation. And tech cost minus 5%. Generally good. Speaking of technologies, well, I'm certainly going to go for trade first, I would imagine. So I want to try and capitalize on money making as much as possible. After that, I'm not sure. Probably go for offensive or maybe economic. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. With regards to our first mission, I think we've got two here to improve relations with the Papal State. That one rewards Papal Influence, and that one rewards Diplo Rep. I think we want Diplo Rep. So we're going to do that and send off one of our diplomats there. What else we got? So we've got two of our navies here. We're going to send this navy off to Genoa, I think. Yeah, go to Genoa. Genoa. That's fine. And the other navy, I'm going to go home at war just because I want to be able to control it myself. I don't want it just running around when I do it. And I'm going to send this to hunt pirates because we are very close to, like, Tunisia. And they're going to probably cause us issues. So we're going to hunt pirates in the Genoa node, I think. Which is, I believe, what most of our towns closest to Tunisia are in. So that's fine. We'll send them off. What else do we want to do? I think we're earning enough that we can afford an advisor. Question is, what advisor do we want? Morale of armies. I sort of want a Diplo. Production efficiency. Missionary strength is useless to us at the moment. Production efficiency might at least give us a bit of money. It would be nice if there was a tax modifier guy. I'm probably not going to pay to actually wait and try and find one. Oh god, I didn't want to do that. Let's just get this guy for the moment. That's fine. We probably need... What's our force limit? So we've got 14 ships available. So we're going to build another 2 to get up to our force limit. And troops. We could build another 3 troops. Do that. So in the first 10 years, I really want to have at least thought about starting an independence war against Aragon. So for that end, we're going to need to get people to support our independence. Luckily, we've got people who all of their right border... Sorry, let me start that again. All of the people who border them, for them, like all the great powers, really, hate them. So that helps us a lot. The good thing... Well, no, it's not really a good thing. I mean, you start off with a truce with Aragon, because presumably you haven't been in a personal union for very long. In any case, that gives you a chance to improve relations with the 2 people who you will hope support you. And the good thing is that France and Castile aren't rivaling one another yet. That might change if Aragon gets destroyed, which it almost certainly will. But so we're gonna basically get these 2 to help us crush Aragon, and we will take, hopefully, back these 3 provinces, as well as get our independence, which would be lovely. And oh dear. That our heir who died. So our heir was actually pretty good, which is a shame. But there we go. You can't win them all. We are going to bring our army down to Calabria. Reason being is that we want these 3 provinces, and Aragon have to go through France to get to us. So I'm not too worried, personally. And they'll have Castile on their heels as well. I'm going to reduce army maintenance just to increase the amount of money we can get, so we can actually... Oops. So France have laid claim to Provence, so we can get as much money as possible. So I'm going to set some countries as interests. Aragon should already be set as one. Yeah. So France, Castile... Probably... Oh, no, Austria already were. Probably Austria. Otterblobs as well. Maybe. That should be fine. Luckily, the Papal State haven't rivaled us. That's fine. Influenza. Quarantine the port and let them die. And basically, we have a truce with Aragon. I always keep wanting to say Aragorn. It just rolls off the tongue nicer than Aragon, annoyingly. So our truce with them expires in May 1447. So we've got a few years, basically, just to sit here and wait around. Because by that point, both of the people who we want to support us would like us. Hopefully they won't declare war on Aragon before then. I would imagine that won't be the case, because Castile will probably go after Granada, and France might go after some of the... possibly England, I don't know. Who knows? So, these guys have now been created. Let's pop them into the Genoa fleet. And they have actually combined, which is amazing, because sometimes they don't seem to. I'm trying to figure out whether it's best. I don't think it is for us to move somebody here, our merchant here, and get him to push trade into Genoa, but because Castile, Granada, and Portugal, and God knows who else is pulling trade that way, I don't think we're going to have much luck. We should probably just leave our guy in Tunis. No, in Ragusa and Venice. Sorry. So we've only got... State needs the money. Yeah, no, that's fine. Prestige is fine because we were on minus prestige. Oh god, the heir to the throne is awful. See, this is the sort of situation where you would happily go, my god, you're bad, disinherit you, you are not my son. Although, at least, his claim is only average. So that helps. They enforce their culture on me. That is really not really nice, is it? No. Which is a new one. But that'll change. They're going to be the ones who have the problems. Not me. Because I am Neapolitan. I'm not sure if that will that expire? Like when they... I don't know. Will that culture change expire when they no longer... Oops. I can't believe that. No, they're surely not. They can't just go, oh yeah, you know, suddenly you're, There we go. Our truce with Aragon is ended. We'll pull our guy back from the Pope man. Ask to support independence. Come on, one day. Ask to support independence. And goodbye, Aragon. Oh, dear. Why you do this? Why you do this to me? So Austria want to join. Are Austria at war with anyone? They've got a few out. Well, they're not going to call their allies in because they can't. Because they're not. They won't be considered as a what's it? As a belligerent. Defend capital Napoleon. Castile and France. Confirm. Confirm. Personal union ended. Lovely. Black news. Ho 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 ho. Look at that for a ruler. He ain't half bad, is he? Goody goody. France is subsidizing us. That's fine. We need to grab ourselves a general. Our fort is fine. Stability. I don't like paying this much, but we sort of have to. So, this is fine, I think. Get our royal marriages with Castile. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I can't choose my rivals because I'm at war. What did our... So our king, pretty damn good. Our queen, yeah, see, so that's what happened. Catalina. Okay, so my queen is the same as their queen. That can't be right. That's a bit creepy. Oh no, what am I doing? I'm an idiot. You can't actually see their queen. It's a bit strange. I completely also, bear in mind, completely forgot this, completely and utterly forgot this, this actual view, this, little tab. See, of course, the only downside of this campaign, I'd say this campaign's going really well so far. The only downside at the moment that I can foresee is that, basically, our culture has been we've been forced to change our culture. Which could have been better, I will say. I wonder if we can escape. No, I don't think we can we? We couldn't, we'd have to get... Oh, we could escape through there. I don't know, is it worth it though? No, let's get them maybe to come here. Do this. Send you across there. Send you there. Yeah. Because that way, if these guys try and grab my army, I could swap them. So that's fine. Austria might prove an issue. Might prove to be an issue. Oh dear. it's all going fast. It's all going fast. We're a few years in and we're already technically independent. How long that lasts, who knows. In any case, I'm happy for my capital to be taken, because what will probably happen is Austria take it, bugger off, I can go and take it back. And by that point, I would have taken these three, I would hope. But I will end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.